We got a lot to get done this week. We gotta get these gardens in, and we gotta get ready for the chickens because they're coming. The pigs are coming. And by the end of May, we want to start planting stuff in the garden because that's when people plant stuff in the garden around here, I guess. So we gotta crack on. First thing we really got to do is turf up all the grass around where the garden's going to be. Pull these alders down and chicken loose, start building some raised beds and jazzing this place up a bit. Hey Bozo. Put it back here, maybe.
How about right along this row? You see this small indent here?
Yep.
Right here.
Yep. Perfect.
That's great.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah. This soil down here looks a lot better than all the other stuff. Oh, wow. This part of the trail gets really washed out, and so we built this little hedge to protect against all the water flowing straight into the garden and flooding it. So I'm just gonna dig a little trench along here and hope that that helps it out. Now that we've dug our trench and tilled the ground a little bit, just combed it over, I am gonna go to the beach and gather some kelp.
While Kelly's going to gather some kelp to spread across the garden, I'm going to start getting these raised beds or, you know, vertical farming boxes ready. They're not really raised beds. It's different than raised beds because we're going to keep adding to it. We're going to make it taller and taller as they grow. These little things here will work nice. Nice load of kelp, bud.
Woohoo!
Wow, look at that. Sparkling in the light.
Beautiful, huh? Wow. Look how beautiful this is. Sorry.
All right, Buckaroo Bean. We're gonna use the old trike like a step stool to drive these posts. Try to stand on this to hit it in, right? Okay. All right. Okay. There you go. No, it really doesn't look like much, but all we gotta do now to get started is to put one board around each one and fill with dirt, grow it that deep, and then add on until we're hopefully up to here with a bunch of sprouts. Come the fall, we take all these front doors off, boom, full of vegetables. That's how they do it in Europe, I guess. So, you know, those Europeans know a thing or two. Comes to farming, especially in tight quarters. Makes sense. Tight quarters means less work. So I love that.
Ronnie's out here getting the seaweed treatment.
Yeah, next on that side.
Okay.
This? No.
This is definitely not square.
Nah. Definitely not square. I knew that.
Oh well.
We're not trying to go over square though, are we?
Nah. Doesn't matter.
That's right.
Potatoes and carrots don't care.
Alright. That'll do, Timothy. That'll do, Billy Pritchett.
Billy Prickett, Billy Prickett.
Yes.
It looks like we have enough lumber to do double stack on both. Little poncho.
Nice punch.
Second level makes it look like an actual garden bed.
Yeah.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Old neighbor Gord donated these raised beds here. He's not using anymore. Also, they're already full of good soil, so we're going to take that, put both of these over in our garden, and we use them for tomatoes and all that good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Gord.
Thank you, Gord.
Some good looking soil, Gord. Let me flip this up. Might make it easier.
Oh.
That'll work nice.
Yeah, look at that. Oh.
Perfect.
Right on the edge.
You want to sit up there and kind of hold them in?
Yeah.
You all right, Bill?
Oh, yeah.
This one first.
Yeah, just make sure there's enough walking room, but that should be good. Oh.
Enough room over there too for another one?
I don't know. Just, they'll be touching.
You come,
but
oh yeah, that's right.
yeah, they can be touching. That's okay.
Perfect. I like it.
I like it a lot. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Put another one right here. Oh yeah, it's gonna be great, Kelly.
I'm so excited. The soil looks really good too, so I'm very hopeful. We'll get a decent bit this year, I think. Oh, ever so snug. That is perfect.
Great.
Yeah, those are really nice.
Good job, Buckaroo.
Good job, Bubba.
What's left?
Oh, I just gotta stake out the fence line because now that we've got compost in here, we've got to shut it out for the dogs. And any other critters, really.
We're on home, Billy. Billy Dean's all tuckered out.
Yes, Billy Dean's tuckered out. We're gonna wrap it up for the day. The sun really got me, I think.
Oh yeah. That's what it is.
Well, it looks like we are all the way out of propane. We have just like this much left, and I'm finishing those little garlic knots right now, but we're switching over to use Yvonne, and hopefully we can finish up on there. She got it. You gotta love the wood stove. Listen to the sizzle.
Welcome to the Clark household. It smells good, love.
Little garlic knots.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Start it.
Look at those fence posts, sir.
Huh?
Look at those fence posts. They're so sweet.
As always.
I love this time. Q&A time.
Q&A time.
Yes. We are back for another Q&A. We've had an awesome week out here getting lots done, and we went through the comments and we've got some questions to answer. So this one's pretty hilarious, actually. Are we ever going to finish the house?
Good question.
Good question. I wonder that myself sometimes too. Right now, we're actually focusing a lot more on the farm animals because those are time sensitive. We have the pigs coming in and the chickens coming in on the same day. And the chicken coop's not built yet, and the pig pen still needs to be hot wired and staked down. So we're taking that over priority over doing the house right now, but we will get back to it. Believe me, we'll get back to it.
Before winter comes this year and the snow starts flying, we envision this place to be pretty much done. You know, bathroom fully on, all the old windows pulled out, the outside all flanged back up, foundation fixed, possibly a little kitchen addition too, if we got the time. Yes. But definitely needs to get buttoned up more than it is. It was a great winter out here this winter, but hopefully that will be the roughest winter we've had because it was a non-stop, battle keeping Mother Nature outside.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty breezy.
There were a lot of cold mornings where the house was as cold as it is outside, for sure. For sure. So, yes, we'll get going back on the house here soon, after all the animals are all settled away on the farm. Next one. The Newfoundland accent sounds a lot like Irish. Why is that?
The Newfoundland accent's a funny one, that's for sure. Pretty much everybody who settled here back in the day was Irish or Scottish immigrants right off the boat. And Newfoundland is kind of its own little bubble out here anyway all these years. And everyone is just stewed on these accents they brought over with them from across the pond. And it's actually interesting because Newfoundland has the highest amount of dialects anywhere in the world apparently. You go 5 kilometers up the shore to the next community, they talk different than the guys right here. And you go another 20 kilometers up that way and they talk different again. There's so many accents here. They all sound somewhat similar, with that Irish, Scottish twang maybe. But like my accent is soft, very soft compared to a lot of them. Like there's some that like I can't understand. It's pretty interesting. There's a lot of history here in Newfoundland, all the way back to the Vikings. There's actual Viking settlement here. And then with all the Irish and Scottish immigrants over the years, the English, it's just a little boiling pot for weird accents.
I love it. I love all the Newfoundland accents. Yeah.
That's the interesting thing. Up here, Kelly's got the accent. You know, she's the one that stands out around here, not us, because she's the only one with the smooth talking American accent.
The Southern Virginia.
Yeah.
There you are. All right. Where did the sawmill come from? Did you find it, buy it, or make it?
The sawmill, yeah. We set that sawmill up there last fall. I made the rails and like the base and everything. A friend of mine, Jamie Barnett, welded up the head. Like the head actually holds the sawmill. You guys didn't see us use it a whole lot. I think we showed a couple clips of it maybe, of us using it down there. We weren't filming a whole lot then. We were kind of just too busy. But we are going to set that thing back up down here, and you'll see it in use. Works just like a traditional bandsaw mill for logs, except you replace the bandsaw with a chainsaw mill. Way slower. You waste a lot more wood because the chain is a lot thicker than a bandsaw, but it does work, and it works pretty slick. Yeah, Jamie, who welded that up, he did some job.
Thank you, Jamie. It's come in such handy. Beautiful work. Alrighty. Do we ever go into town for a day off or social gatherings? And if we do, how often is that?
Good question.
Yeah, that's good. I bet y'all do want to know that. We do go to town for social gatherings. Every now and again, there's a little jamboree or a little shindig down at the hall, and we'll go down there and dance all night, which is really fun. Maddie's actually quite the dancer. I always pretend like I'm the main character in a dance movie, and that's really fun. But we love going into town, mostly to do our grocery shops and things. But yeah, usually we'll spend a night and get some laundry done, take showers. But Yeah.
It's not that often.
Not that
That's what they're
often.
really wondering, right? And the whole dance at the hall thing, we went to 2 dances at the hall
But they were
since
great.
since Kelly came last end of last summer. There's been 2 parties at the hall in Rochune, which we went to both. St. Patty's Day party and the New Year's Eve party, both great times.
So much fun.
But yeah, like really we leave as little as possible. Groceries or propane or gas or some building supply, really, that's what pulls us out of here. That could be, twice in 1 week sometimes, but lately it's like sometimes we're going like a couple weeks without going in.
Yeah, we haven't done a proper grocery shop in about 3 weeks probably.
Yeah.
And we are low on everything. We
Yeah.
just ran out of propane today. So,
And coffee this morning.
and coffee this morning, and milk, and eggs, no bacon.
Yep.
So, can't wait for the farm. Can't wait for the farm to reap the harvest.
I suppose so.
All right. When will we see the finished pantry?
That's you.
I'm gonna tear that thing out soon. I am tired of the plastic, and it's just like a little too crazy in there for me. So I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna work on the pantry probably next week.
Yeah.
I think I'd say. We gotta finish up the animals first, but then I think the pantry will be the first thing.
Yeah. For sure.
And I'm excited. I don't wanna half-ass it. I want it to look nice. So I don't wanna rush. But
It feels like so long ago since we pulled that out, and since we've done anything in the house, really.
I know.
But it makes sense because this spring is the time to plant and prepare. And if we don't do all the animal and garden stuff now, we just won't be able to do it. So we're so close now. We just gotta get those pigs and chickens settle in, get the garden planted, and then it's back to the house
Yeah.
all summer.
Yeah, we're on the final stretch of the farming stuff before we can cruise right back on into the home.
Oh, it's gonna be nice.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, we got so much work to do.
So many plans.
Yeah.
So many things I want to do. Stoked. Okay, last question for you all today. Oh, yes. Do we have any questions for the Scouts? I do. I do.
Really?
Yeah, I love this question. I do want to know something. We want to know where you're coming from and what your projects or plans for the summer are. There's so much to look forward to. And I want to know where you're from and what your plans are for the summer.
Kelly does spend quite a bit of time in reading comments.
Yeah.
We don't do a whole lot of scrolling around here, sitting scrolling and stuff, but Kelly's computer time is mostly spent surfing the comments and responding to comments. She gets quite a bit of joy out of it seems.
I love it. I love connecting with you guys, and there's so many names that pop up frequently, and I feel like we're really getting to know each other. And yeah, so many lovely, beautiful, heartfelt comments that really touch us as we're just sitting here in the kitchen reading them in the morning. We both get chuckles or big smiles, and so yeah, we really appreciate you all sharing your stories with us too, because that's what's so meaningful to us. Big old community right here at Scout.
Yeah, it's a great community. It definitely feels like a real community,
Yeah.
online community. Is there any names? Is there any usernames on YouTube that you can think off the top of your head that are always popping up?
Salt and Pepper, I can't remember the numbers, but Salt and Pepper is always responding to questions, and you've got great answers. So I know Salt and Pepper's on there. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining us for another week. We are so happy to be here, and we're happy you're here too. And we hope you have a great week ahead. Lots of sunshine, good energy, and we'll see you next Sunday. We love you, Scouts.
Love you, Scouts. Have a great week. Well said, my love.
Thank you. I practiced praying this week, so like...